Hi, good evening and welcome to Netzach Yisrael's Daily Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Siman Dalet, we're going to do Hanhoka Space Hakise, V'dinei Birkas Hashiyotza, the laws of going to the toilet and saying Hashiyotza afterwards, although involve Seifim, and there are 6 Seifim in this Siman. Seif Aleph. Yargis Atmoi Lifnois Erev Avoika Shuz Rizos Inakios. It's the proper and clean approach that a person should accustom himself to empty one's bowels at evening and morning. If he's unable to do so, then he should walk 4 amos and he should sit down until he can. Or he should try and distract himself from other things. Someone who holds himself back from excusing himself. He has transgressed the avera of don't make yourself disgusting. And if a person prevents himself from urinating when he needs to, he has also transgressed against castration, as this can be bad for his prostrate, certainly in men. Seif base. We should be appropriate in the toilet room. The person shouldn't undress himself too quickly until he's sitting down, until necessary. And even then, a person should only undress himself what he needs to in order not to dirty his clothes. There's no difference with this. A person should be careful at night time just as he is by day. If a person is emptying his bowels in a place where there are no walls, he should try that he's facing the south with his rear to the north or the other way around. But he shouldn't either face or have his rear towards Mizrach or Marav, the east and the west. However, if there are walls around in a classical toilet room, a person can empty his bowels anyway if his back is facing the wall. And just to pass some water, just to urinate, that's always okay. A person shouldn't empty his bowels in front of anyone else. Doesn't matter whether they're Jewish or not. But just to urinate, if necessary, then even during the day, a person can urinate in front of other people. Because the reason why it's allowed is because there is a danger if he prevents himself, if he holds himself back. Nonetheless, a person should turn aside rather than making a public show out of it. Seif Gimel. A person shouldn't empty his bowels while standing up. A person shouldn't strain himself by pushing too hard, because doing so would tear the anal glands. A person shouldn't rush out of the toilet room. The person should wait and ensure that they don't need any more. And when a person is standing up to urinate, a person should be particular to ensure that it doesn't splash or fall on his shoes or clothes. And a person shouldn't hold himself in a way that could arouse him. Seif Dalet. A person is not allowed to think about words of Torah in the toilet room. Therefore, when a person is there, it is good to think about one's business and one's accounts. Because this way a person will not come to think about Torah or to think about Avera, to have immoral or impure thoughts. And on Shabbos, where ideally a person should not think about his business, a person should think about wonderful things that he's seen or heard about, etc. A person should ensure that he wipes himself properly. Because if his rear is at all dirty, it is forbidden for him to say anything of Kedusha. That means he's not allowed to learn, he's not allowed to daven. A person should not wipe himself with his right hand, because that's the hand he uses to wrap, to hold his tefillin with, to wrap. Likewise, the middle finger, the main one around which one wraps his tefillin, he shouldn't wipe with that finger. And a left-handed person, today he should wipe with his left hand, i.e. his right hand. Finally, Sif Vav, every time a person opens his bowels, or he passes water, even a drop, he must wash his hands with water, and say the bracha asher yotza. If a person did excuse himself, either way, and he forgot to say the bracha, and afterwards he then excused himself again, and he remembered that he didn't make a bracha. Obviously, he only needs to make the bracha once. Someone who literally drinks the medicine of diarrhea. That means someone who's got diarrhea, or someone who's constipated and he's taken medicine to enable him to go, or to clean himself out before a procedure, etc. The idea she is Tarikh Lefanes come upon him, and he realizes, he anticipates that he's going to have to excuse himself many times. Lo yavarech ad lachar hagamar. He should only make a bracha once he's finished, once he's cleaned himself out, rather than every few minutes having to make brachas again and again.